Grande's seventh album, Eternal Sunshine, came out on March 8, 2024. The first single, Yes and, was released on January 12 and became a huge hit. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and also topped the Billboard Global 200 charts for 2 weeks. A remix featuring Mariah Carey was released on February 16. The album's second single, We Can't Be Friends, Wait for Your Love, was released at the same time as the album.
This album marked her first major step into dance and house music, and critics praised it as one of her most mature and polished works. Both the album and the second single debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and Hot 100, giving Grande her third biggest sales week and making her the woman with the most number 1 debuts on the Hot 107. The album also reached number 1 in 13 countries, including Australia, Canada, and the UK. With Eternal Sunshine and Thank You next, she became the first woman to have 2 albums with multiple songs debuting at number 1.
In May 2024, Grande performed at the Met Gala, joined by Cynthia Erivo. In June, she released The Boy Is Mine as the third single, which entered the top 20, followed by a remix featuring Brandy and Monica. Later that year, she released a 10th anniversary edition of her album My Everything. She also released 2 extended editions of Eternal Sunshine with extra remixes and live versions. Grande appeared on Saturday Night Live in March 2024 to promote the album. She also featured on Charli XCX's remix album later that year. In an interview, she said she may reduce her pop music output and focus more on acting. Eternal Sunshine became one of the best-selling and most streamed albums of 2024 worldwide.
At the 67th Grammy Awards, she received nominations for Best Pop Vocal Album, Best Pop Duo/Group Performance, and Best Dance Pop Recording. On March 28, 2025, she released Eternal Sunshine Deluxe, Brighter Days Ahead, along with a short film she directed called Brighter Days Ahead, which won Video of the Year at the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards. This reissue made the album her longest-running number 1 in the US, 3 weeks, and helped it return to number 1 in several countries. The bonus track, Twilight Zone, became a hit in April 2025, and she also collaborated with Jeff Goldblum and Barbra Streisand on new music later that year.
Grande starred as Glinda in the 2-part film adaptation of Wicked, released in November 2024 and November 2025. The first film was praised as one of the best musical movies of the 21st century. The films made over $1.2 billion worldwide, becoming some of the highest-grossing musical films ever. Her acting was praised, and she received major award nominations. The film soundtracks also did very well, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard charts. She hosted Saturday Night Live twice during this period, and her episodes became some of the most watched in years. She also performed at the Academy Awards and appeared in a special concert event based on Wicked in November 2025. In 2026, Grande will start her Eternal Sunshine Tour, her first tour since 2019. She also has upcoming projects, including the film Focker-in-Law, a new animated movie based on Dr. Seuss, and a role in American Horror Story. In 2027, she will make her London stage debut in Sunday in the Park with George.
Grande grew up listening mostly to urban pop and music from the 1990s. She says Gloria Estefan inspired her to become a singer after Estefan praised her performance on a cruise ship when she was 8 years old. Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston are her biggest vocal influences. Grande once said, "I love Mariah Carey. She's my favorite person in the world. And of course Whitney too. When it comes to vocals, they're everything to me." She has also been influenced by Destiny's Child, Celine Dion, Christina Aguilera, and Madonna. As a child, she even posted videos of herself singing songs from Dion's album, Let's Talk About Love. Grande says Madonna paved the way for me and so many other female artists, and admits she's obsessed with her music.
Musically, Grande admires India Ari because her songs make her feel calm and hopeful. She loves Brandy's music for her amazing vocal runs and praises Imogen Heap for her creative songwriting, calling Heap her favorite musician, songwriter, and producer of all time. Grande also looked up to Judy Garland as a child, especially for her ability to tell stories through song. Before releasing her first album, Grande said her sound was inspired by Heap, Carey, Fergie, and Houston. Producer Savan Kotecha shared that he and Grande listened to Lauryn Hill while working on Sweetener, especially to learn about unique chord progressions.
Grande has also said she admires how rappers release music more freely. She told Billboard that she wishes pop artists, especially women, could drop music more casually, the way rappers do. This inspired her to release Thank You Next without any announcement, which The Ringer called more like something Drake would do than Ariana Grande. Grande is known as a soprano singer with an impressive 4-octave vocal range and the ability to reach very high whistle notes. When her album Yours Truly was released, many critics compared her voice and music to Mariah Carey's. A writer for Billboard said that both artists let their voices shine naturally and added that Grande brings her own style with trendy, feminine fashion.
BBC News called Grande one of pop's most exciting and talented singers, praising her amazing vocal control. The New York Times said her voice can sound smooth, soft, powerful, or sharp, and that it moves easily through long runs and short R&B phrases without ever sounding forced. Composer Jason Robert Brown wrote that no matter how much people doubt her, once she sings, her voice proves everyone wrong. Some people have criticized Grande's pronunciation in her earlier songs, and she has admitted this was something she wanted to improve. However, critics noticed much clearer vocals on Eternal Sunshine, with many saying this improvement came from her intense vocal training for Wicked.
Ariana Grande has sold over 90 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling music artists ever. All of her studio albums have been certified platinum or higher by the RIA and have stayed on the Billboard 200 chart for at least a year. Her most certified album is My Everything, which went quadruple platinum, while her longest charting album, Thank You Next, has spent 177 non-consecutive weeks on the chart. In the US, Grande has sold 14 million albums and 119 million digital singles as a lead artist, ranking her 16th overall and 5th among female artists on the RIA Top Digital Singles list. Combined with album and single sales, she has 133 million certified units, making her the 22nd highest certified artist overall and 6th among women. As of 2023, she has sold 22.4 million album units in the US, and her music has been streamed over 23.6 billion times. Two of her songs, Bang Bang, with Jessie J and Nicki Minaj, and Seven Rings, are diamond certified by the RIA. In the UK, she is one of the top-selling female artists with over 36 million certified units as of 2025.
Grande is also one of the most streamed artists in history. By 2021, she had surpassed 98 billion global streams, becoming the first female artist to reach 90 billion streams. She was the most streamed female artist of the 2010s on Spotify and Apple Music, and the first woman to reach 3 billion streams on Apple Music. In the US, she was the most streamed female and 4th overall across audio and video streams for the 2010s. She became Spotify's most streamed female artist in 2020, surpassing Rihanna, and held the record for over 2 years.
As of January 2026, Grande is the second most streamed woman and 6th most streamed artist overall on Spotify, with over 63 billion streams, 52 billion as lead artist. She is the second woman in Spotify history to exceed 60 billion total streams. Grande was the first female artist to reach 1 and 2 billion streams from a single album, 3.5 billion streams on 3 albums, and the first artist to have 5 albums with over 4 billion streams each. She has 22 songs with over 1 billion streams on Spotify, the most by any female artist.
In 2024, she became the first artist to have 5 albums with multiple songs surpassing 1 billion streams, and in December 2025, she became the first woman to reach 126.8 million monthly Spotify listeners, setting the all-time record for female artist. She has topped Spotify's monthly listener ranking 5 times, more than any other woman, and is the 6th most followed artist with over 109 million followers, making her the 4th artist ever to surpass 100 million. Her 2014 holiday hit Santa Tell Me is the most streamed Christmas song from the 2010s, the 3rd most streamed overall, and the most successful 21st century holiday song. On YouTube, she is the third most subscribed female soloist with over 56 million subscribers, and 8 of her music videos have exceeded 1 billion views, including 2 with over 2 billion views.
Grande has won 2 Grammy Awards, 1 Brit Award, 13 MTV Video Music Awards, 5th most among women, 3 MTV Europe Music Awards, and 3 American Music Awards. She has received 42 Billboard Music Award nominations, winning 2 in 2019, including Top Female Artist. She has won 11 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, including Favorite TV Actress 2014 and Favorite Movie Actress 2025. She also has 3 People's Choice Awards, 6 iHeartRadio Music Awards, and 12 Teen Choice Awards. She was named Billboard Women in Music Rising Star in 2014 and Woman of the Year in 2018, and recognized as the most successful female artist of the 2010s by Billboard. The IFPI named her one of the 10 best-selling global artists in 2018, 2019, and 2020, and the 11th best-selling artist globally in 2024.
On the charts, Grande has had 9 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, including her most recent, We Can't Be Friends, Wait for Your Love, and 23 top 10 hits. She is the only artist whose lead singles from her first 7 albums all debuted in the top 10. In 2020, she became the first artist to have her first 5 #1 singles debut at #1, and the first to top the Global 200, Global 200 EXCO, US, and Hot 100 simultaneously. She also became the first artist to have 3 singles debut at #1 in a single year. With Thank You, Next, she broke the record for most simultaneously charting top 40 songs for a female artist, when 11 of 12 tracks charted, later surpassed by Billie Eilish.
On February 23, 2019, Grande made history when 3 songs from Thank You, Next, 7 Rings, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored, and Thank You, Next held the top 3 spots on the Hot 100, the first solo artist to do so, and the first act since the Beatles in 1964. The album set the record for the largest streaming week for a pop album with 307 million on-demand audio streams. With Die For You with The Weeknd reaching #1, she surpassed Paul McCartney for the most #1 duets in Hot 100 history. In December 2025, she became the 3rd woman ever to have 8 albums simultaneously on the Billboard 200, joining Taylor Swift and Whitney Houston.
Grande has 98 Hot 100 chart entries, the 4th most among women, and holds the 2nd most #1 debuts for a female artist, 7. On the Billboard Pop Airplay chart, she has 10 #1s and 23 top 10 hits. She was Billboard's top female artist in 2017 and 2019, ranked 6th among women for the 2010s decade, and was named the 6th greatest pop star of 2024. She is 78th on Billboard's Greatest Hot 100 Artists and 19th on their Top Artists of the 21st Century list. As of 2025, Grande holds over 40 Guinness World Records, including most songs debuting at #1 on the Hot 100, most followers and monthly listeners on Spotify for a female artist, most streamed female artist, most streamed album in a week, UK, fastest hat trick of UK #1 singles, and first female artist to replace herself at #1 on the UK chart. 11 records came from the success of Thank You, Next.